The Large Hadron Collider.
Why are you watching this?
It's a documentary on the Large Hadron Collider and I'm doing a physics project on it.
Oh, that thing. It's really cool. It can destroy the universe. I can tell you everything you need to know about the Hadron Collider. It could create like this black hole in Switzerland.
Could you please just...
Like when you were being sucked through it, there'd be Toblerones and clogs flying around your ears, and maybe you could get crushed by a windmill. And that could propel us into a parallel universe. Wouldn't living in a parallel universe be cool? I mean, like, I could be the oldest one, and you weren't even born, and we had a panther instead of you.
Please, I need to concentrate on this. This is quite...
We could have a penguin.
Mum, what's worse, serious or severe? Well, the Welsh man on the telly said that the terrorist threat has gone from serious to severe. Is that worse?
I'm not sure.
Well, I need to know what the terrorist threat is so I know how aware I need to be when I'm on the lookout for suspect packages in the playground.
Listen, darling, honestly.
They'll blow up Big Ben before they get to my school, won't they?
The Higgs boson was put forward as a hypothetical...
The Higgs boson! And that's named after these two people like Mr. Higgs and Mr. Boson, who discovered it. Wouldn't it be cool to have a bacteria named after you, which spread a bubonic plague called the Bentron?
So there's a bubonic plague called the Bentron.
Or Brockmonon, or...
The gay idiotatron.
Well, if you had one, you would be the stuck-up old brothertron. Who's gay?
I'm dangerously close to stabbing you with my pen.
Benon, the Destructor.
Look, there's always been terrorism. I mean, when I was growing up, it was the Irish.
The Irish?
Well, it's...
Are you sure? The Irish? People like Graham Norton and Jedward.
You know, the universe should be, like, contracting and getting smaller, but it's expanding, and scientists have no idea how. But it's kind of stupid, because even I can think of some reasons why.
Do you not understand?
What if there's like a rubber band, which, I don't know, the protectors of the universe have put around it, try and keep it the same size? What if there's like a massive mutant alien fish, which is trying to go to the toilet, but then it isn't working, so the universe is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
The universe is trying to go to the toilet.
No, a fish with the universe inside is trying to go to the
What
toilet.
are
How
you...
come I, an 11-year-old boy, can think of that, and then scientists can't?
But the Irish, they're jolly, they're happy and fun.
No,
so you're saying that they're gonna bomb us too? That's not very reassuring.
The Irish are lovely people. It's just a tiny, tiny
So now I have to worry about...
Look, some risks are so minimal that they're just not even worth worrying about. You're more likely to be hit by lightning.
People can get hit by lightning. I thought it was only trees.
It is mostly trees.
Well, scientifically, tall people get hit by lightning first. Right?
Yep, scientifically speaking, I think that is correct.
Sorry I'm late. Passenger action at Victoria. I think they might have lynched a driver.
Yeah, and you're useless.
What's all that noise?
Oh, they're just having a fight about the origins of the universe. Tea?
Yes, please. What time are we setting off?
In about a quarter of an hour. So what was today's school like?
Tough. I'm one of 13 supply teachers.
13?
My class's most popular excuse seems to be my pit bull at my homework.
Dad, what's worse, serious or severe?
Eh?
She saw something about the terrorist threat.
Hey, listen, you don't want to worry about all that. Did you know that statistically, this is the safest time ever to be a child in England?
But Ben got mugged.
Yeah, I know, but in the 1500s, he would probably have died in a crusade or caught the plague or...
No, he got mugged today.
What again?
Afraid so. Same spot, Ratley Road.
Just heard your news, Ben. You all right?
Eh? Oh, yeah, I didn't know the squirrel was going to do that.
No, I mean you being mugged.
Oh, they said they had a knife, but they always say that. I didn't have my phone with me, so they just took my geometry kit.
What's the school doing about this?
Well, what can they do?
I've got off quite lightly. Ibrahim's been mugged 5 times. Same boys. He asked if he could have a loyalty card.
That's actually quite funny.
It's wrong, though, isn't it? The way it's just being accepted. It means there's a whole generation of kids growing up just expecting to be robbed.
Can I become a Catholic?
You want to become a Catholic?
I can, can't I? The Pope's giving out invitations.
Well, yeah, but...
But what?
Well, It would be easier for you to become a Catholic if you believed in God.
Well, I only stopped believing in him because he was annoying me, like sending earthquakes and tsunamis. Also, whenever I asked for something or anything, he would always just ignore me.
So why do you want to become a Catholic?
Because I want to go to the same big school as Tanya, and she's going to a Catholic school.
Tanya. Right, well, we've talked about this, haven't we, darling? And just because Tanya's doing something doesn't mean to say that you have to do it too.
But I like Tanya. Tanya's my friend. Don't you like her?
Dad!
In Berlin, European...
Why have I got to look after Karen?
Because me and Mum and Ben are going to be at Ben's parents' evening.
Oh, yeah, by the way, if Mr. Hunsler mentions Lucy Barker and the formaldehyde, that was a misunderstanding.
But Dad, how am I meant to have a proper band practice with a 9-year-old in tow?
Just stick her in the corner. She can read or draw or learn the catechism.
What?
Look, all I'm saying is just because Tanya and her twice-divorced mother want to become Catholics to get into this school doesn't mean you have to follow suit.
But I like Tanya. Tanya's my friend. She picked me to be in her entourage.
Yeah, well, a friend shouldn't outrank you.
Bloody hell. Fireworks in daytime. It's fireworks all year now. Do you remember when it used to be fireworks night? Just one night. Just like it used to be Christmas Day. Christmas starts in mid-October now. Halloween costumes are on sale in August. I hate Halloween, I'd ban it.
You can't ban Halloween. Although, you should ban Guy Fawkes Night. Because all the bangs from the fireworks are really cruel to the pets. They scare them. And that's not fair on the pets at all. Also, can we have a pet?
Well, we've tried pets.
Yeah, but I don't mean like a goldfish or something you can flush down a toilet. I mean an actual mammal, a dog or a cat or a gerbil or an ocelot.
An ocelot?
Yeah, it's this kind of leopard, but it's small enough to put in a car when you go on holiday.
You can't keep jungle animals in houses.
But Michael Jackson had a chimpanzee and it only attacked 2 people.
Lots of candles and lovely spangly costumes.
You can't have a chimp.
How about a skunk then?
Can't keep skunks as pets, Ben.
You can. A boy in school keeps them. And he wants to sell some.
What, you keep skunks?
Yeah, a boy in Jake's ship, Oliver.
No.
He does. Ibrahim told me. He said, Oliver in year 11 has got some skunk to sell. There should be skunks, shouldn't it? Or is it one of those plurals that stays the same, like sheep? Why can't we say sheeps? Because it must be really confusing for shepherds.
Actually, Ben, why don't you go upstairs and collect up all your dirty laundry and then divide it up into colours and whites and darks?
What? All my dirty laundry?
Yes.
The woman's laundry obsessed.
Skunk? That's dope, isn't it?
Strong dope.
And Jake's mate Ollie is selling it.
Well, we've got this from Ben via Ibrahim. That is like reading a Wikipedia entry posted by Jeffrey Archer. We shouldn't jump to any conclusions.
No, you're right. I bet he is selling dope, though.
Sue?
Well, he's the type. Very alternative, wears skinny
There
jeans.
isn't a-
What if he's been selling it to Jake? I told you Jake's been hiding something. He's been very...
Why don't you just take it one step at a time?
We'll have to broach it with him. Jake!
For God's sake, let's just take it nice and gently, eh?
Okay. Jake! Can you come in here, please?
We don't want him to go on the defensive because that'll get us nowhere.
No. Fair enough.
Yeah, what is it?
Jake, we just welcome your input on something. It's come to our attention. Well, you know your mate Ollie?
Yeah.
Well,
Is he selling drugs?
What?
Is he selling skunk?
No, where on earth did you get that from?
well, it was just something that Ben heard.
Ben! You're basing this on information from Ben.
Just something that Ben heard that he didn't
You're
understand.
actually
that-
listening to Ben, the boy who told his class that he bumped into Barack Obama in Lidl's.
Yes, but...
I'm not doing drugs.
We're not saying you are.
No, you're accusing my friend Ollie of being a pusher.
No.
Are there kids pushing drugs?
Well, yes, obviously, it's a school. But I'm not doing drugs and Ollie's not selling drugs.
So why did Ben...
Oh, it's a joke.
So why did Ben say...
This is a
So
total
why
joke.
did Ben say...
You're both
a
the
kid
joke.
called Oliver
pathetic.
in your year...
It's not the same Oliver.
This is so stupid. Why am I even standing here and listening and answering these questions?
He was going to say it's not that Oliver. That's what he was going to say. That.
Can I have a rat?
What are you doing?
Michael Jackson had a rat, and he wrote a song about a rat called Ben. And it was a sort of rat Spartacus. It led a rat rebellion against humanity. Did you name me after it? Ben.
No, strangely, we didn't name any of our children after psychotic rodents. Can you go in?
What about a micropig?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, John at work bought a micropig. Weighs more than he does now. Lives in his bathroom.
What about Tasmanian devils? Because they're endangered, and we could, we could have like a captive breeding program, and then
Captive
about 10
breeding
years
programme.
later, we could post them back to Australia.
How'd you post the Tasmanian devil?
Recorded delivery. What about pandas?
Okay, Ben, that's...
What about a chameleon? Because
Chameleon?
they change colour, and then
Ben,
you could have
not
the
that...
awesomest games with them. Because you could put one in front of the telly, and you could change the channel, and see how fast it takes it to keep up.
Ben.
What about a zebra?
Okay, Ben, that's enough.
Scorpions would be a good idea, because they're too small to do anything.
Apart from kill you. Ben, you're meant to be upstairs sorting out the laundry. Can you go upstairs now, please?
What am I suggesting?
Clearly, from what Jake Alb had said, there is a boy in his year called Oliver, selling drugs. And according to his year list, there's only one other boy in the year called Oliver, and it's that one.
Do we know him?
Well, he only came this year. Bit of a golden boy, captain of the football team. All right, sweetheart?
If I become a Catholic, will I be allowed to eat bacon?
Yes.
Oh, well then that's all right then.
We can't just sit on this information.
Oh, I don't know, see.
Well, if Jake was selling drugs and some other parents found out, you'd want them to tell us, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but what evidence do we quote? You know, some slip of the tongue from Jake and some gossip from Ben.
It's such a difficult call.
If we get it wrong, it could all get very messy. It could make life very tricky for Jake.
Yeah, maybe I'm overreacting. I mean, it is only one kid.
Do I really need to go to this?
Yes, it's your first parents' evening, and it's so everybody can discuss how you're settling in.
But I'm settling in fine. I mean, they give us mentors.
Mentors? That's a good idea.
Yeah, I got given a year 10 called Andrew.
All right. And what sort of helpful stuff has he told you?
He says there's no CCTV behind the cricket nets, and to remember that they can't search your underpants. Can we get a tiger then? Because I saw this video on YouTube of two people who had a pet tiger in their house, and it was fine, provided that you don't turn your back on the tiger, because then it might mistake you for prey.
Is that so? Okay, everyone, let's go!
If I'm a Catholic, will I be allowed to drink alcohol?
It's virtually compulsory.
Why couldn't I go to Tanya's instead?
Because she didn't invite you.
Well, Tanya's fun. I'm bored with this family.
All right, Karen.
Could I have at least stayed home instead?
Well, that would be illegal, Karen, because 9-year-olds have to be with someone.
Why?
I don't know. Imagine something happened. I mean, what if there was a fire?
If there was a fire, I would leave the house in an orderly fashion, assemble myself at the fire assembly point,
Karen.
and await further instructions.
Right. Well,
Where is our fire assembly point?
we haven't got one, really.
You tell me all these things about being a responsible parent and stuff. We don't even have a fire assembly point.
So if I look after her, then I can go to Max's after band practice. That's the deal, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Right, come on then, Karen.
Oh, what do you know? A policeman. Because you really need one here. Ready to kettle the threat to public order that is a parents' evening.
We could report Ben's mugging.
Yeah, okay. Oh, no, he's one of those toy policemen who'll only give us a leaflet. Okay, Ben.
Hey, Ibrahim!
Oh, no, Ben, don't wander off.
Hello there.
Oh, hi. Wasn't expecting to see you.
Yes, well, we've got a daughter in this year, Cara.
Pete, this is Jenny and Martin.
Hello.
Oliver's parents.
All right, Oliver, the star.
Yes, well, he settled in really quickly, thank goodness. Because, you know, we had to take him out of his old school. I mean, we had no choice, really. Because there was a boy selling drugs to pupils. Can you believe that?
God.
Well, the truth of it actually is that the whole school was awash with drugs. Apparently it's a lot better now.
Is it? Well, actually, well...
They should have got to the bottom of it. Found out all the facts, then acted on the basis of the facts.
Martin's a lawyer.
Right. A lawyer.
I was suing them, obviously.
Suing them.
to be honest, you can't just blame the school. Some of the parents must have known. I mean, if someone knew your kid was involved with drugs, you'd want them to tell you, wouldn't you?
Ah.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah,
We would want them
would-
to tell that. We would.
Exactly.
Well, interestingly...
Oh, Mr. Maynard's free. Sorry, if we can just nip in. Catch you later.
Well, we've got to tell them now. You heard what she said and she's right.
But we still can't be sure that their son...
Come on. What they said all but confirmed it.
Come on, you two, Mr. Blaine's free. Don't worry about the smell. It's just him.
I think I'll do like a big, raspy Kings of Leon vocal on this one.
Go easy, don't forget your asthma.
Do you play Michael Bublé songs?
No!
But you like Michael Bublé.
No, I don't. She's getting confused.
But you sing along with him in his videos.
Yes, ironically. I'm being ironic, sending him up.
So whose songs do you play?
We write our own songs.
Oh, are these the lyrics?
No.
Why does he want to do that to his bitch?
Hi, Mr. Blaine. Do you want Ben to sit in?
Actually, Ben, why don't you relax over there while I have a chat with your mum and dad? Okie dokie. The first thing I should say about Ben is that he's very bright. But in teaching terms, he's quite challenging.
Challenging.
He's challenging, yeah. But don't get me wrong, I find no fault at all with his enthusiasm for chemistry. None at all. It's just that combination of energy and curiosity and impulsiveness, it does cause certain health and safety issues.
Is there anything we can do to...
Possibly. If you could get him to address his fascination for sulfuric acid.
Mr. and Mrs. Brockman.
Hi there. Do you want Ben to...
Actually, Ben, why don't you go and take it easy over there while we chat through the boring stuff, eh? Right, well, teaching Ben is very, stimulating. And he's got a real passion for history, which is good, obviously, although it can have a downside. For instance, he did a presentation about the Middle Ages.
Is this his reenactment of the symptoms of the Black Death?
Yes, quite a few pupils found it very frightening. In fact, Lucy Barker was off school for 2 days. I should have checked what he was planning to do, although it was very sudden, the way he threw himself onto the ground and started frothing at the mouth. That was... well, I still haven't worked out how he did that.
Can I go for a walk?
No! I'm responsible for you.
Well, then where's the fire assembly point?
Up my arse.
You're Tanya's big brother, aren't you?
That's right.
Tanya's cool. I'm one of her friends.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm turning Catholic.
Really? So, which dwarf are you then?
What?
Tanya gives all of her friends dwarfy nicknames, you know, dopey, grumpy, frumpy, stinky, clingy. Which are you?
I don't know.
I think you might be clingy.
Karen, you're getting in the way. Just go and sit down over there.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Brockman. Hello, Ben. Actually...
I'll go and sit over there.
Well, teaching Ben is very, very special.
Right.
First term, it's always hard settling in. Well, yeah, and it must be quite weird for him too, having an older brother in the school. He has a brother here? Yes. Jake Brockman, year 11. Jake? Ben is Jake's brother? Yes. Jake is Ben's brother? Yes. Right, gosh, what? Not a half-brother with a different... No, brother. Right, crikey.
What do you think this is, John Beck? It's clearly 4 and 4.
No, it's not. It's 2 and 4.
Well, your guitar sound is stupid anyway.
It's 2 and 4.
Well, you're...
This is so difficult.
I don't know, maybe you're right. Maybe we should just tell them.
It's just...
Excuse me. Is there any chance that we could just nip in ahead of you? Only your Ben's parents aren't you, so you might take quite a long time.
No, be our guest. Where is Ben?
Oh, he's over there somewhere playing imaginary cricket with Ibrahim.
Hello again.
Oh, hello.
Are you waiting to see Mr. Hunslet?
Yes.
About Ben?
Yes.
Is there any chance we could...
Please, go ahead.
Is Cara with you?
Oh, no. Her brother's looking after her at home.
All right. Oliver.
Good grief, no. No, George, our eldest. No, Oliver doesn't do babysitting. He just bought himself a scooter. So he's forever whizzing about here, there and everywhere, all hours of the day and night. You know, one of his friends rings up and he's off. Whoosh! All over town.
It's nice. Look, the thing is...
Yes?
Well, the thing is...
What?
This is the thing.
Ralph's Great Dane has just had puppies, and we could...
No, we couldn't.
Don't shout. How were you going to tell them?
I've really no idea. I'll just set off before I'd worked it out. Look, maybe we should just tell the school and let them deal with the situation. Yes, we are, and no, you can't.
Mr. and Mrs. Brockman, as Ben's form teacher, I'm here to give the overview, as it were, and I have to say I find Ben,
Challenging. Stimulating? Special?
No, I was going to say a pain in the arse, if I'm honest.
Oh, OK. No, fair enough.
I mean, very bright and all that, and very popular, but, I mean, there've been quite a few issues. OK, let's see what we got here.
He's got his own file.
Oh, yes. But those 19 incidents apart, you know, he is slowly settling in. Anything you'd like to ask me?
Well, this doesn't relate to Ben, but we are concerned that there may be a drug problem in the school.
Is this an official complaint?
Well, we're not sure.
Because obviously if it was an official complaint, the school would have to take it extremely seriously, and that would set in motion a number of procedures.
Good. Well,
provided there was evidence, hard evidence. Do you have hard evidence?
Well, ish. Well, not first-hand evidence as such. More second-hand evidence. Sort of rumour from a source.
How reliable is this source?
We don't want to make an official complaint.
All righty. Well, if that's everything, only...
Actually, there is something else. Ben has already been mugged twice this term.
Class average, I'm afraid.
Well, what's the school proposing to do about it?
Well, what can we do?
You could ask for plainclothes patrols,
We've suggested that. But the police say they have other manpower priorities. Like booking me for speeding at 2 a.m. on a perfectly clear road.
Look, I happen to be a teacher, and I feel that this school is not taking its responsibilities seriously enough. You have a duty of care.
Whose child is this, please? Only I found her wandering in the car park.
OK, settle down. No gymnastics, all right?
Would you make them my teachers? I'd like to be a teacher.
You want to be a teacher?
If the professional wrestling doesn't work out.
A teacher?
Yeah, like you, but less moany. I mean, teaching's great because you get to go on school trips even when you're old.
Yeah, I mean, obviously teaching is brilliant, but there are lots of other career options that you
Quite like a job involving travel.
Right, like?
An explorer or a human cannibal.
Human cannibal. Well, that
I could
would
be a doctor, I guess.
Now, that's good.
And then, when I get good enough, I could create an 8-foot massive human with bulletproof skin.
I was thinking more of healing.
And laser vision. When you're dead, I could take your arm and then maybe one of your legs. Because you're quite tall.
I haven't got an organ donor card. These
We did.
I'm not sure these are really
I could
careers.
be a paratrooper. I'm not really sure if they have parachutes or not, but then...
Well, you'd hope they would. How are they going to land?
You're right, Mummy. Tanya is a right cow.
I never said that.
Yes, you did. To Daddy, when you didn't know I was on the toilet. I think I need some new friends. I'll go on Facebook tomorrow and get some. And I don't want to be Catholic anymore.
Right.
They have all these silly rules about women, and I think it would have been quite hard for me to become Pope.
Well, it's their loss.
Or I could be like an overlord or warlord, and like I sit in my kind of big throne room, and I could sit there with one of my dead enemies as a footrest.
It's much easier just getting a degree and then...
Yeah, but then for that you've got to do all that work.
Look, these
I
are
could be
all
a road digger.
really interesting career options, but you know, I think you could aim a bit higher, because unusual kids like you often end up doing something exceptional.
I'm unusual. How am I unusual?
Well, you know, there's a thing... No.
Can I become Archbishop of Canterbury?
Maybe one day.
What's Canterbury like? Does it have a Nando's?
Probably.
Ben did a drawing of me as a dragon. I rather like that.
I just put the milk bottles out. There are 2 foxes sitting, waiting by the gate.
Well, it's Ben's night.
Jake's late. Back by 10:30, we said.
What time is it now?
10:33. Shall we ring him?
Best not. It'll feel like we're anxious.
Well, I am anxious.
Well, so am I, but we don't want to communicate our anxiousness to him, do we?
No, I suppose you're right. I know, I could text him. A text is like a less anxious version of a phone call.
No, look, he's only a few minutes late. He'll be back in a sec.
Okay. If he's not back by 10:38, I'll text him.
10:40 maybe.
Okay, yeah, 10:40.
We were right to let him stay out, weren't we?
Yeah, of course we were. I mean, you've got to let them take some risks. It's just working out which ones.
Although I am going to have a chat with Ben about the sulfuric acid in the morning. Didn't want to make him excited at bedtime.
10:35. I could text him. I could make it jokey.
We said 10:40.
The body of a young man was discovered.
Text him.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry I'm late. The bus took ages to come. You weren't worried, were you?
Good God, no.
No, not at all.
Not in the least bit worried.
Not in the slightest.
Right, well, I'll just go up to bed then.
Night.
Yeah, no. Nice to have you back.
What you say that for?
I don't know.
You've communicated anxiety to him now.
Couldn't help it. It just came out.
Do you think that Oliver tried to sell drugs to Jake?
Well, maybe. I mean, I don't know. We just have to trust in his common sense, don't we?
Suppose so. We did do the right thing about Oliver and the drugs, didn't we?
We couldn't just sit on that information. That would have been irresponsible.
We had to tackle it somehow.
Exactly, and we were right to bring it to the attention of the school.
They won't know that anonymous note was from us, will they?
No, I did it in block capitals. We'll be fine.